And just like that, he makes his first appearance. The sound of Barry's spine slamming into that column. Chilling perfection. My friends, what an absolute beatdown. The humiliation was off the charts. In this brutally scary fashion, Zoom arrives on the Flash, an actually frightening villain and, by far, the greatest threat the show ever put on screen. If last time we talked about my favorite villain, today it's time to talk about the best villain and one of the best seasons. In today's video, I want to talk about Hunter Zolomon, aka Zoom, and break down Season 2, a top-tier season. I won't declare it the best yet, only because I need to rewatch Season 1 as well. If you enjoy this, drop a like and subscribe to my channel for YouTube, recommend new videos for you. Now, let's talk Flash. Rewatching Season 2 reminded me how good the Flash can be. The show has a ton of strengths. Sure, there are moments that made me mad, but the pacing is really solid. And you know what surprised me? Iris. The problem has always been forcing Iris to be an all-purpose super Shriwak character. Barry and Iris really didn't need to be a couple. Their chemistry works way better when they behave like siblings. But let's get to Season 2. The season opens on a tense note, the multiverse. Cracks open and Firestorm sacrifices himself to seal the singularity. F in the chat for our boy. Months later, Team Flash is scattered, everyone still gutted by Harrison Wells' betrayal. Barry's working solo, helping rebuild the city, while someone appears to be watching him. At an awards event, a new metahuman ambushes the Flash with powers straight out of a PS2 cutscene. Seeing a new threat rise, the team rallies. We learn a new speedster named Zoom is sending metahumans from another Earth to hunt the Flash, promising they can go home if they kill him. A mysterious man named Jay Garrick shows up claiming to be the Flash of that other Earth, here to help Barry beat Zoom, who's somehow stolen Jay's speed. And of course, where there's a Flash, there's a new Dr. Wells in the mix. After a few villain skirmishes, Barry cooks up a plan to have his ex pretend to be a big bad and fake the Flash's death to lure Zoom out. It seems not to work, until Barry lets his guard down for 1 minute, and yeah, terrifying. Imagine turning around and seeing that. Among the show's primary antagonists, Zoom's look is unmatched. This shadowy, demonic Flash is phenomenal. The modulated voice is sinister. Those blue lightning bolts are pure style, and that first fight where he catches Barry's lightning and throws it back, goosebumps. Then he simply dismantles Barry, no mercy. I don't remember Barry ever getting thrashed this hard. Bloodied and broken, you're left thinking, how does the Flash beat this monster? And he doesn't just beat Barry, he publicly humiliates him to show the city who's in charge. What sets Zoom apart from Savitar is that he's not only well constructed, he's perfectly utilized. Zoom wants to steal the Flash's speed, so he keeps sending metas to push Barry to get faster, then plans to take it all. But he needs Dr. Wells to do it. So Zoom kidnaps Wells' daughter, Jessie Quick, and blackmails Wells constantly to force his cooperation. Piece by piece, they build a villain who is immensely cruel and loves psychological torture. Then comes the season's big turn. To save Jessie, the team decides to travel to Earth 2, rescue her, get back to Earth 1, and shut the breaches for good so Zoom can't come back. Earth 2 is chaotic. Dangerous metas everywhere, and the city ruled by a maniac. These episodes are some of the season's best. This is where Zoom shines brightest. Part of his allure is how unpredictable he is. You never know what this demon will do next. He's so psychopathic that ally or enemy doesn't matter. Irritate him and you're gone. And there's the mystery. The lair, the man in the iron mask, all highly compelling. Honestly, the who is less important than how the show presents the threat. Brilliant. Meanwhile, on Earth 1, Caitlin and another scientist work on a speed drug to boost Barry, but Jay warns it's too dangerous. Worth noting, Jay is dying and Caitlin is also trying to save him with the drug. If only she knew. After the team finds Zoom's lair and frees Jessie, our heroes return to Earth 1. But as soon as the last breach closes, Jay gets yanked through by Zoom. Before we move on, I have to address the elephant in the room. The part that made me rage the most, Patty Spivot. Of all characters, Patty is one of the most mistreated by the series. It's wild what the writers did to her. Patty is a cop who becomes Joe's new partner. The first thing she wants is to join the anti-meta task force, because her father was killed by a meta and she wants justice. Along the way, she and Barry start dating, and not only are they a great couple, they've got phenomenal chemistry. It's so satisfying seeing them together. Patty's charm makes her instantly likable. Best of all, the relationship develops naturally. No forcing it, then the problems start. The actress reportedly had disagreements with the showrunners, and they decided to write her out fast. Watching it, you could tell Patty shouldn't have left when she did. The character was underused and honestly disrespected. Barry and Joe spend a whole season lying to her, treating her like garbage. There's one scene that drives me insane. Rumors surface that Harrison Wells is alive. Remember, on Earth 1, he confessed to killing Barry's mom. Patty doesn't know this is a different Wells. Investigating STAR labs, she finds Harry and shoots him. Caitlin tells her to call Joe. Joe arrives, tells Patty to go home, and explains nothing. She just shot a man she thought was a dead murderer, and Joe says, forget it. And a detective of her caliber just drops it. Joe basically gives her every reason to think he's working with a killer, and the show just shrugs. Unreal. I'm not saying Patty had to be the endgame love interest, but at least build Barry Iris better. If you're going to write Patty out, give her a real exit. If Flashpoint was the plan, keep Barry and Patty together until the season ends. When Barry changes the timeline, Patty leaves off screen. That'd be way better than what we got. Or have Zoom kill her. At least the actress would get a meaningful send-off. This relationship should have lasted at least to the finale. Internal drama ruined it. In the end, she boards a train, proves Barry is the Flash, and leaves. Great character wasted back to the season. A new speedster called Trajectory shows up and starts robbing people. Turns out she's the same scientist helping Caitlin with the speed drug. She gets addicted to Velocity 9 and forces Team Flash to make more. Barry warns it's deadly and offers help, but she injects herself again, becomes insanely fast, her lightning turns blue, and she literally disintegrates mid-run. Barry realizes the speed drug turns lightning blue, just like Zoom's. That means Zoom is dying and wants Barry's speed to save himself. Sick. Just like Jay. The whole team finally puts it together. With Cisco's powers growing, he touches Jay's helmet and vibes the truth about who Jay Garrick really is. Let's be honest, it was obvious. No one else fit the profile or was as suspicious as Jay. I do think they should have let us discover it with Team Flash, but the episode before the reveal, they show the audience who Zoom is anyway. Still, timing-wise, the reveal lands in episode 16, leaving plenty of runway to use the character. Which they do, and I love Zoom's backstory. His real name is Hunter Zolomon, a serial killer convicted of 23+ murders. During electroshock therapy in a psychiatric hospital, the particle accelerator explodes, giving him speed and creating Earth 2's terrifying demon speedster. Knowing all this, the person I felt most sorry for was Caitlin. She has the worst luck in the show. First, Ronnie dies. Then Hunter, a total psychopath. In season 3, she gets close to Julian, but Killer Frost derails everything. Later, she finally meets a guy who'd be perfect. And the script itself blocks it. Caitlin Snow suffers way too much. To get faster, Barry decides to time travel to ask Eobard Thawne, the Wells from season 1, for help. He swaps places with his past self and tries to play along, but Reverse Flash clocks him immediately. Their verbal chess match is excellent. In the end, Barry gets Thawne to help him. Armed with a speed-enhancing device and the truth about Zoom, Barry sets a trap using Hunter's past against him. As Cisco opens a breach to lure the devil back, Barry distracts and captures Zoom with photos of Hunter's parents. And then, instead of throwing him in a cell, Barry stalls and Zoom slips away. Barry was a bit dumb here. Joe warned him the plan was risky and to be ready, and then Barry doesn't immediately lock the guy up. So Hunter kidnaps Wally and forces a trade. Wally's life for Barry's speed. Barry agrees. Zoom steals his speed and then kidnaps Caitlin too. Back in the lair, we get another killer scene. Earth 2, Killer Frost, pretends to help Earth 1 Caitlin escape, then turns on her and is about to kill her when our hero arrives. After talking her down, Zoom forms a new plan, invade Earth 1 and conquer it. Think about how far he's climbed. He starts as an otherworldly threat, proves he's lethally dangerous, tricks the entire team by posing as Jay Garrick, and now commands a legion of villains. The scary part? He hasn't even peaked yet. That's how well this character is handled. With no speed, Barry realizes he can't win. Wells proposes recreating the particle accelerator explosion, this time targeting Barry alone. Cool detail, both Wally and Jesse get hit by the blast, setting up their futures. That leads to the episode where Barry enters the Speed Force, a genuinely beautiful, introspective hour with Barry and the Force talking it out. It would be an emotional highlight, if not for a terrible B-plot where a dead meta revives as a zombie and the team has to deal with it. This is where 23 episodes and 40+ minutes each really hurts. Some subplots exist just to hit runtime. The zombie one is rough. Season 2 is still better than 3, but there are stretches that are tough to sit through. The city becomes chaos with Zoom's villain legion. The Flash, freshly affirmed by the Speed Force, gets cocky. Honestly, I like this short-lived arc because it pays off later. Barry crafts a smart plan. Build a device that only affects Earth 2 metas, neutralizing Zoom's army in one shot. It works, the city calms down, but the big bad is still out there. Then we reach the best scene of the season, the moment that cements Zoom as the best Flash villain. He embodies the pure fear of facing a speedster. And what fear is that, you ask? It's over. There's nothing you can do. You're standing there and suddenly he appears, grabs the person you love, and he's gone. That's the number one terror a speedster villain should evoke, and the show nails it. To crown Zoom's rise, and to prove pride comes. Before the fall, he hits his peak by killing Barry's father in one of the series' most chilling moments. I'll make you just like me. Your mother and I love you. Final episode. The villain is at full power. Hunter has shattered our hero. Barry charges in, ready to kill him, but can't. So Zoom tries to finish the job himself. Accept your anger. End me. Let me do it for you. This guy's a maniac, and he perfectly exposes the hero's weakness. If you won't race me, then your dad won't be the only person I take from you. He can rip away everyone Barry loves whenever he wants. Back at ST Air Labs, the team argues about Barry killing Zoom. Everyone insists the Flash isn't a killer. Which is funny, considering earlier in the season, he basically did this. If that guy's alive, I'll hit 100,001 subs this year. Zoom's grand plan: force a race, combine their speed to power a device that will literally destroy the multiverse. So, the final showdown begins. Run, Barry, run. During the race, Barry creates a time remnant to overload the machine and prevent detonation. The remnant sacrifices himself to save the multiverse. Quick note, I've seen people say this remnant becomes Savitar. No, Savitar is a different remnant created by Barry at another time. This one dies here and has nothing to do with Savitar beyond Savitar, later referencing him as an example of time remnant creation. In the end, Barry defeats Zoom. And because Hunter kept abusing the timeline and creating remnants to die over and over, the Time Wraiths appear and drag him away, transforming him into Black Flash, the Speedster Reaper who hunts those who toy with time. An incredible ending for a near-perfect villain, and that's how Hunter Zolomon ends, sensationally. A villain brilliantly built, used, and concluded. No notes. He carries the season from start to finish. One last thought from a comment I read and loved. Across the first 3 seasons, Zoom is the only villain who truly wins. His real goal was to turn Barry into a monster. Reverse Flash and Savitar tried to break Barry and failed. But Zoom? Even after he's defeated, Barry is so destroyed that he goes back in time, triggers Flashpoint, and wrecks the timeline. In that sense, Zoom still wins. Ema, thanks for the brilliant comment. That's the video. Hope you liked it, and that I kept you hooked. Depending on how this one does, I'll do another deep dive on Season 1. For now, I need rest. Binging 23 episodes is a lot. See how Zoom is handled when he returns in Season 9. Yeah, I don't even want to understand what happened. I'll stick with the first 3 seasons.